Hey guys, so welcome to another day of Monster High bed tutorials, day 4. We are getting close to being done. We're only going to do Friday and Saturday, and then our bed tutorial week is all finished. I'll be doing more beds, but just not one after another like this. I'm going to show you guys how to make this Skelita bed. It's pretty simple, so let's get this tutorial started. So here's a drawing of the Skelita bed, just so I kind of know what I'm doing. So I have it all drawn out here on my foam board. And for her side pieces, I went ahead and drew my rectangles 11 by 3 inches. And then inside the rectangles, I drew on my bone shape. That way, I make sure that these sides are straight because they're really going to be holding up the bed somewhat. And then, of course, I have my normal bottom piece and then my headboard piece. So I'm going to go ahead and cut all of these out. Alright, now all of our pieces of the bed are cut out here. See, here's our bones for the side of the bed. Before we glue it together, we're going to work on the head baseboard. So I'm just going to use blue and black construction paper for the eyes here. And I'm going to make the eyelashes 3D. And I also have some of these little black crystals, which I'm going to use for the little black dots around her eyes. And I'm going to use a black for her nose as well. And then the little swirls on her face, I'm just going to use a marker to draw those on. Alright, so now our headboard is done, all designed, and I might be adding like a colorful flower up here a little bit later, maybe. So now you can just take your glue and you can glue all your pieces together. Alright, now our bed is all together. It looks really awesome. And we drew the teeth in there just because I knew you were going to be able to see underneath here, so you can see her teeth, the back teeth. So now before we do the bedding and stuff for this bed, I'm going to make this little nightstand real quick. And basically, I'm just going to cut out 2 round circles with the foam board and a little bone and just glue it together for her little side table. Now our little nightstand, our little skull nightstand is done there. So for her bedspread, because I need to bring in some color, I'm using all of the colors of her skirt. And basically, I have these strips of fabric like this, all different colors. And I'm just going to sew them together, and we're going to have striped fabric that's going to come down like this. So her fabric's going to be striped, her bedspread. Alright, there's our blanket all sewed together. I'm just going to go iron it so it's nice and flat, and then we'll have our bedspread. Alright, so now our sheet is done, and I went ahead and hemmed the top and the sides as well. And I'm just going to lay it on the bed and kind of fold the top back just a little bit, like this. Just to give it a little bit more detail looking. Looks very colorful like Skelita. And then down here it kind of drapes. And at the bottom, you see how her dress like has this melty shape at the bottom? I'm going to kind of cut that out here at the bottom. Okay, do you guys remember me saying earlier I wanted to add a flower? I'm gonna add a flower. I've cut out these 5 different construction paper pieces of flour that match our bedspread, and I'm just drawing little designs on it, kind of like she has on her skull face. Then I'm gonna glue them together, put a little dot right here, and then glue it up here for extra detail on the bed. While our flower for the headboard dries, I'm going to actually draw some swirls and add some few black jewels on this little nightstand, just because it's kind of boring. Sometimes as I do these beds, I decide that I want to change something, so I actually kind of made this little bedspread a little bit shorter, but still a little design down here to match her skirt, and I added these little squiggly designs down here with the jewels. I think it gives a little bit more detail. And then I've added her little flower up there, which I think was cool. So now we are all done with our Skelita bed. Put this Skelita here, and we're all done. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on the Skelita bed. I will see you guys tomorrow on my next bed tutorial. I love you guys. Bye.